The United States of America view trade tariffs as a way to counter China's dominance and its power around the world. They hope to mount more pressure on China to control the growth of China. So ahead of the meeting with Xi Jinping and Joe Biden, American senators are already calling to slap more trade tariffs on China E.V companies to stop their growth from surpassing the United States companies like Tesla. The complexities of U.S.-China relations are deeply intertwined with global economic stability and geopolitical balance. The Biden-Xi meeting, while symbolizing a potential thaw in relations, is unlikely to resolve the deeper structural tensions that define this bilateral relationship. The crux of the issue lies in the fundamentally different approaches to governance, economic management, and international affairs that the two countries embody. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. The United States, with its emphasis on liberal democracy and free market capitalism, often finds itself at odds with China's state-centric model, which melds authoritarian governance with a unique form of market socialism. This clash is not just ideological, but also manifests in tangible policy decisions and strategic moves. The trade tariffs, for instance, are a reflection of these underlying tensions. The U.S. sees them as necessary to counter unfair trade practices and protect its economic interests, while China views them as a tool of economic containment and the violation of free trade principles. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. Moreover, the issue of Taiwan remains a particularly sensitive and potentially explosive point in U.S.-China relations. The U.S.'s support for Taiwan, seen as a commitment to democracy and a strategic counterbalance to China in the Pacific, is perceived by Beijing as a direct challenge to its sovereignty and territorial integrity. This difference in perspectives makes it a particularly thorny issue to navigate. The realm of technology and innovation, particularly in the field of artificial intelligence, IA, and cybersecurity, the rivalry is intense. The U.S., traditionally the global leader in technology, views China's rapid advancements and alleged intellectual property violations with suspicion and concern. China, on its part, sees the U.S.'s actions as attempts to curb its rise as a technological superpower. Regarding the Middle East, the U.S.'s engagements, particularly with Israel and in conflicts such as in Syria, are complex and multifaceted. The U.S. has strategic interest in the region, including security commitments to allies like Israel, concerns about terrorism, and interests in oil and regional stability. The Middle East's geopolitical landscape is a tapestry of long-standing conflicts, power struggles, and shifting alliances, making it a challenging arena for any external power, including the U.S. and China. China's approach to the Middle East has traditionally been more economic and less interventionist compared to the U.S. China's interests are primarily in securing energy supplies and expanding its Belt and Road Initiative. While it has growing influence in the region, China has generally avoided becoming entangled in the region's many conflicts. This approach aligns with Beijing's broader foreign policy principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Regarding Iran, the situation is equally complex. The U.S. views Iran's nuclear program and its role in regional conflicts as major security concerns. China, while also concerned about nuclear proliferation, has economic interests in Iran, particularly in the energy sector. The U.S.'s withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal and the reimposition of sanctions have put China in a difficult position, balancing its strategic interests with the U.S. and its economic interests in Iran. In terms of economic decoupling, while there has been much talk about reducing dependence on China, the reality is that the global economy is deeply interconnected, and complete decoupling is neither feasible nor desirable. The supply chains, investment flows, and economic interdependencies developed over decades cannot be undone overnight without significant costs to both economies and the global economy at large. This complex web of issues means that the Biden-Xi meeting, while important, is unlikely to be a panacea for all the challenges in the U.S.-China relationship. Real progress will require sustained dialogue, mutual understanding, and a willingness to compromise on both sides. However, given the strategic and economic significance of the U.S.-China relationship, even small steps towards better understanding and cooperation can have a positive impact on global stability and prosperity. The global economic landscape continues to evolve. The US and China will remain key players whose actions and interactions will shape the future in significant ways. The challenge for both countries is to manage their rivalry in a way that avoids conflict and fosters a stable and prosperous global environment. Looking ahead, the trade relationship between the US and China will continue to be a cornerstone of their interactions. Despite the tensions, both economies are deeply intertwined. The U.S. benefits from access to Chinese goods and markets, while China relies on the U.S. for technology and as a key export market. Moving forward, a pragmatic approach might involve negotiating new trade agreements that address core U.S. concerns about intellectual property rights, market access, and fair competition, while also acknowledging China's economic development objectives. However, achieving such a balance will be challenging, given the domestic pressures in both countries. In the U.S., there is bipartisan support for taking a tougher stance on China, reflecting wider concerns about jobs, technology transfer, and national security. In China, there is a growing emphasis on self-reliance, particularly in technology, as well as a resistance to perceived external attempts to constrain its growth. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The technology front is another critical arena. The US and China are both leaders in technology and innovation, but there are significant concerns about cybersecurity, espionage, and the use of technology for surveillance and political control. The US has taken steps to restrict Chinese technology companies like Huawei from its markets and supply chains, citing national security concerns. China, in response, is accelerating its efforts to develop indigenous technologies and reduce dependence on US technology. A potential area for collaboration could be the establishment of global standards in emerging technologies like AI and 5G. However, this requires a level of trust and cooperation that is currently lacking. There is also the broader issue of internet governance and the risk of the internet fracturing into splinter-nets, with different regions having different standards and regulations. Climate change presents an opportunity for U.S.-China cooperation. As the world's two largest carbon emitters, joint leadership in this area could have a significant impact. The challenge is to integrate climate goals with economic and strategic interests. For example, the U.S.'s focus on green technology as a sector for economic growth and job creation can align with China's interests in reducing pollution and becoming a leader in renewable energy technologies. The military and security domain, the South China Sea, Taiwan, and the broader Indo-Pacific region remain points of tension. The U.S.'s support for freedom of navigation and its security commitments to allies in the region conflict with China's territorial claims and its desire for regional dominance. Avoiding conflict and managing these tensions will require ongoing diplomatic engagement and clear communication channels to prevent misunderstandings and miscalculations. Human rights issues, particularly concerning Hong Kong, Xinjiang, and Tibet, continue to be a significant point of contention. The U.S., along with its allies, has criticized China for human rights abuses, which China views as interference in its internal affairs. These issues are deeply linked to the ideological differences between the two nations and are likely to remain a persistent source of tension. The U.S.-China relationship is at a critical juncture. The Biden-Xi meeting, while significant, is just one step in a long and complex journey. The path forward requires a delicate balance of competition and cooperation, addressing mutual concerns while respecting each other's core interests and values. Ultimately, the global challenges of the 21st century, from climate change and pandemics to economic stability and cybersecurity, demand a level of engagement and collaboration between the U.S. and China. The way these two nations manage their relationship will not only shape their futures, but also have profound implications for the international order and global well-being. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video, and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.